Stuck between your aging parents and your teenage kids? Welcome to the club you never asked to join, the sandwich generation.
I'm literally living in it. One minute I'm explaining TikTok slang, the next I'm on hold with Medicare. Again.
Ugh. In this episode of Two in the Closet, we talk about the emotional toll, the invisible labor, and the moments that make it all almost worth it.
Come laugh, vent, and feel seen because if you're sandwiched, at least you're not alone.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Two in the Closet. I'm Beth.
And I'm Jennifer, and thanks for joining us.
And today we want to start out by thanking our listeners
Yes.
again. We so appreciate you coming back for our season two. And if you hear anything that's interesting to you or you think somebody else would find interesting, please hit the share button and share it with them. Drop us a comment or an Instagram DM, something to let us know what your thoughts are. We love getting the feedback from you. And we're just so grateful for you because we know you have a ton of choices. And we just love that we get to spend 20 or 30 minutes with you a week while you're out on a walk or doing your dishes or whatever it is. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So today we're talking about something Jennifer is living through. It's called being part of the sandwich generation.
Yes. Well, yeah, it's something I never really thought about before, but here I am taking care of my teenage daughter, my husband, and helping with my mom. And it's really fucking hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not easy.
So let's start with the basics. What exactly is the sandwich generation, Jen?
Well, the sandwich generation is basically people in their 40s and 50s who are taking care of their own children while they're also helping with their aging parents at the same time. You're sandwiched between the generations needing you. And actually, I didn't know this until
I know
she's,
things.
yes, you do know a lot of things. And I go, wait, I am in that situation. I didn't even know there was a name for it.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like you finally have a name for what's going on,
right.
right?
And that feels a little better because I don't feel like I'm, you know,
You've named it and you've claimed it.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So what does it look like for you on a day-to-day basis?
Oh, well, my mom is fairly independent, but the last couple of years have been challenging. Um, she fell, she had a really bad injury. A lot kind of happened, and she uses a walker now, but she's getting stronger. But it's I just never thought I would be in this situation. I never thought this would ever be.
We don't think of our parents as getting older, right?
Never. I wouldn't even. Maybe I thought she was going to be young forever.
Yeah. I mean, it's an easy thing to get, programmed in. You She's always going to be older, but she's never going to be old, right?
Right. And I think I assumed my mom would never really get old, or she did, but she would always be the same.
Mm.
Like nothing would be different. Maybe her skin. Um, she was always a doer, always out helping people, the biggest smile, the best energy, vivacious.
For sure.
And I lived away home. That didn't make sense. I have been not living at home for over 20 years. So when she moved to California, she moved with us for a little bit. And that was definitely an adjustment. And we were living together, and there was some challenges and health issues. And we decided to have her go to a 55 and older where there's social stuff, there's a community, so she could have her own space, activities. And this helped a little, helped a little bit, but
Yeah.
that constant
Yeah.
worry and worry and worry and worry, it's like you feel like you're trapped and you don't know, because you don't want to be mean, but you also want to have compassion.
Yeah. I think a lot of people listening can relate to that feeling of worry. Even when you know your parent is in a safe place, it's still it's probably like an underlying current all day long,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So
And
was it hard for you to step into the role of caregiver? I'm gonna put my vote in that it was no, but because you're a great caretaker. But what do you say?
thank you. In some ways, yes. I'm kind of a person who naturally takes care of people. Like I love to take care of
Mm-hmm.
people that I love. But in some ways, it was definitely not easy. It threw me, actually. It threw me. And all of a sudden, I was the parent to my own parent in a way. They almost, as they say, they almost go back to
Yeah.
childlike.
Yeah.
And that was hard. My mom always handled everything, 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 and the roles were reversed. And that was like,
A
fuck.
huge wake up, right? I
Yes.
feel for you. That role reversal, I've heard of it, heard about it from other of my friends that it's so hard to start to look at your parent through a different lens of this person needs my mom needs constant care, she can't, she's somebody has to make sure she takes the right meds at the right time, like all of those things, right? Is she getting mentally stimulated? Is she
Right.
being active? Is she just sitting in a bedroom all day long?
It-
Like all those things are what parents, it's
right.
like
Exactly.
you are the parent now.
And it's something you just don't think about.
Yeah.
You think about being a kid and a teenager and a young adult and going to school if that's the path you choose. But you maybe some people do think of it, but I never.
I can't imagine that somebody would think, "Oh, someday I'm gonna have to take care of my parents." I will tell you something very honestly. Both of my parents passed away. My dad died when I was 19, and my mom died when I was in my 40s. Uh, and I have watched so many friends like you who are going through this, and your mom doesn't have like serious health issues, but some of these people have very, very life-threatening medical issues going on too that they have to make constant decisions about, right? And I look at all of you angels because you are, and I think I could have never done that. Like I came into the family that would die early because the universe knows I'm not that caretaker.
Right. Right.
Even though I would do it for friends, I in a heartbeat, and I have, but it's
It's different.
it's huge,
It.
and I know that I am not cut from the same cloth. But do you feel like you have grieved the way things used to be, your relationship with your mom? Or
I think me and my mom will always have a special relationship. And yes, when I was younger, we, fought, like
as
it's
we do.
right, like a typical, like with myself and my daughter. Um, but I definitely remember thinking, where's my mom? Like the mom who was always strong and in control. And I'm trying to stay positive and she's still here,
Yeah.
she's still, walking, talking, eating, smiling. Um, but there was definitely a grieving time, and it still happens daily where she's just not the same.
Yeah.
And it's a very hard pill to swallow.
Yeah. It's a complicated mix, being grateful that she's still here and then sad at the same time because she's a different version of what you know her to be.
Right. And I think when you're constantly going and going and going and going, and you have moments of stillness, that's when I think about, wow, my mom is not the same,
Yeah.
and it's just,
I have seen, because we all worked together. Your mom worked with us
right,
when she was in a lot better health. And then as her health started to decline, she wanted to still come out with us, but I could tell that, you know, cognitively not 100%, right? And so we're dealing with the general public. So
Right, right.
so you kind of have to be present. But physically, she was, starting to decline and not able to move through airports and things like that. So I experienced a little bit of that, like, oh wow, that must be hard when you're still like super enthusiastic about doing something, but physically
You
and
can't.
mentally it's just not really the right fit anymore,
Right, right.
right?
That's definitely, I think, a hard thing
Yeah.
to realize. I
What
do.
what would you say are some of your biggest day-to-day challenges with all of this?
I think hardest part for myself is having energy left over for my daughter and husband, and um and not constantly worrying, what's going to happen, or what might not happen, or it's a constant struggle,
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say.
So it never really stops.
No,
No.
no, I have to constantly be patient with myself and be kind to myself,
Yeah.
because you could get really, you know
Self-care becomes not a luxury but a necessity,
y-
right? We think of spa days and days with the girls or whatever as, you know, a luxury in some
right,
way, right? But it becomes more important,
right. It
right?
never, what have you ever had to take care of someone, like a family member or a close friend?
I do have a friend that I helped care for, and that was a lot. Like I said, like I my family was not close, so if I had to relocate to take care of a sick relative, that would be a hard call. Don't hate on me for that, but
You're just being honest.
I, yeah, sometimes your family is there for a lot more reasons than just to raise you. They are there to teach you lessons. Anyway, I digress. So I would do it in a heartbeat for a friend. So I had a friend that was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and I was like one of the first calls that was made, to tell that she was in the ER and didn't know what was going on. And from that moment, I was still in my pajamas when I got that call, and I was out my door in 10 minutes and 15 more minutes to get to the hospital. And I stayed with that friend and took care of her, took her to all of her radiation
I remember.
appointments, doctor appointments, things, and tried to get her out. And she's kind of an introvert, so socializing, you know, never really did a whole lot of that later in the most current years. So tried to do what I could to keep her engaged.
You
And
were a really good friend.
yeah, and then she relocated, and her family is taking care of her, but it was a lot. I mean, I really had to ground myself every day and appreciate every day, because that kind of cancer has, 99.9% fatality within 18 months.
Yeah,
Maybe not 99% in 18 months, but 99% overall. People don't survive it. There's no cure for it, and
right.
there's no real treatment past, the standard care. So I had to be very, very present with, our days are numbered. And I think
Yeah,
that's a double-edged sword. It can make you really, really sad, or it can make you really, really present and appreciate every little thing that happens. So,
yeah. It's definitely
yeah. So do you feel guilty when you take time for yourself?
all the time. It feels selfish, even though I know you know, shouldn't. I know I shouldn't feel, selfish. I don't think I'm a selfish person, but you also have to make time for yourself so you're healthy.
Yeah.
Um, so it's something that I struggle with, but I really try to do little things to help me, whether
Yeah.
it's sitting outside or taking a small walk, but I haven't found it completely yet.
But you're working on it. You're
Yes.
available.
Yes.
So have you found anything that helps you when you feel completely overwhelmed?
Well, I'm learning to ask for help, which doesn't come easily to me, but my brother also helps in part, caregiving and the whole process as well. So it's great to have um, help.
Yeah.
So I think that's important to not to be alone, to be
Mhm.
completely alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I even asked a therapist if she had any advice for people going through the sandwich generation. And she said a few things that really helped.
What'd she tell you?
She said, give yourself permission to feel whatever you're feeling: angry, sadness, relief, gratitude. Sometimes all at once. I mean, all of them
Yeah. Yeah.
together.
Yeah. It's like a woo, spin the wheel. Which one right now?
Exactly. Because usually it's all of them.
Hmm.
Um, Set small, realistic goals, even if it's just 10 minutes, a walk, or calling a friend, which I think smalling,
Mauling? Mauling.
is that a
Mauling.
word? Is that,
Killing an animal.
yeah,
That
the
don't
small,
do that.
no, I won't. The smallest steps,
Yes.
that's even if it's 5 minutes to do like a meditation, that's where I've started.
Well, think about it like a marathon, right? You don't just wake up one day and run 26.2 miles. You train for it. So the little things are training. You swipe your nose
I had
on
an
the
itch. I had
microphone.
an itch.
There's she didn't leave any DNA.
No, my face is clean.
Yes, well, that's your mic. Do with it what you will. Anyway, so yeah, so it's not like you have to change your entire mindset and your way of thinking and behaving all at once. That's why those little steps that you talk about are so powerful because they're building a muscle, just like you're training for this, right? You've never done this before. So it's not going to happen all at once. So give yourself a little bit of grace too when you kind of fall short of what you intended,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, 100%.
What
Uh,
else did she tell you?
um, Find a support network, whether that's like a group or a counselor or just, people you trust to talk to. Um, I'm trying to set boundaries and take little breaks when I can, just stepping outside, like I said, and it's been very helpful in the
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. We also heard from a couple of listeners who shared experiences with us. And one said, I never expected how much energy it would take emotionally. Can you relate?
A hundred
Yeah.
percent, 100%.
Yeah, she says some days I feel like I'm doing okay and other days I just have to let myself cry and then keep going. It helps to make a list of small wins and remind myself I'm doing my best. And now you just told me because I know you we're recording and she says, "Let's do another one." And I said, "You want to do the sandwich generation?" She goes, "Yeah, let me cry some more." And I'm like, "We you didn't cry yet." And you're like, "I was crying in the car on the way here."
Yeah.
So, we don't want to make you cry, but
No, this is reality though.
let yourself cry when you need to. Yeah.
100%. Let your feelings out. That's what,
But
um,
don't squish them down. That's not good for you or the people that you're caring for, right?
100%. And it helps other people because other people are going through this too.
Yes. And like we said earlier, we had never heard this phrase
Mm-mm.
until recently. So there's I'm sure there are people like you who say, "Oh my god, that's me."
Yeah.
Like I didn't know there was a name for it. You are the meat in the
No, and
sandwich.
it definitely, I
Yeah.
have to tell you, it helps
Yeah.
because you're not
Yeah.
alone
Yeah.
and there's help out there.
We had another listener say, I'm an only child, so all the responsibility fell to me. I finally reached out to a local support group, and it was the best thing I ever did. Just having people who get it makes a huge difference. So I would definitely encourage seeking out groups that can support you that literally because again I'm your good friend, well at least I think I am, but
Yes.
I haven't gone through that. I don't have any perspective, you know.
Yeah. It's,
So talking to people that are living a version of that can be huge.
I love that people are opening up, because no one should feel this alone
Yeah.
because we're all going through it.
Yeah. The ones that have that are blessed to have parents for this long. So I looked up some numbers and there are about 47
Scientists.
million Americans in this situation. So you are clearly not alone.
No, that's a huge number. Most of us are in our 40s and 50s.
And guess what? About 60 to 70% of those caregivers are women.
Interesting. On average, caregiving takes about 20 hours a week. That's like a part time job.
And it causes a lot of emotional stress. So, do other countries deal with this?
Let's see. In Japan, there's the big cultural expectation that adult children will take care of their
Mm.
aging parents at home.
What
It's
about?
a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but they do it, I think, really, really well.
Uh,
What about Europe?
In places like Sweden and Germany, there's more government support, so families have more help with elder care. So, but no matter what, where you are, the emotional weight is still there.
Absolutely. And it really puts things into perspective.
It does. And I have to say, from being in this on this journey, I guess we could say,
Yes, it's a journey.
yeah,
Yes.
being in the sandwich generation, um, really patience and meet them where they're at and just be grateful and enjoy and love.
And ask for help.
Yes, ask for help and
Do
just,
some things that bring you joy, even if you only have 5 minutes to do them. Keep living your life
yeah,
because I know your mom wants the best for you. She wants you to be happy,
100%.
right?
And my mom's, you know, doing her thing and I just have to, be
She's
patient and love her and have fun and
be present with her when you're with her, right?
exactly,
And
exactly.
be patient with them,
Yes,
with
that's
yourself.
key.
Make the time count. I think this is such an important reminder.
You're not alone. You're doing your best, and that is enough.
Yeah. So thank you for coming into the closet and sharing a little bit of sandwich time with
Yes,
us,
yes.
right?
Thank you.
Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, reach out if you need help. We have some resources and support groups that we are going to link in the notes. If you need help, reach out. Find your community, senior
Exactly.
centers, whatever you need to do to take care of you. So until next time, I'm Beth,
I'm Jennifer.
and this has been Two in the Closet.
Bye.
Bye.